We begin at this hour in Europe with the heat wave that is tearing across the south of the continent. Temperatures in the central Mediterranean are expected to peak today. This is Italy, where there are warnings that the extreme heat could continue for a further 10 days. Temperatures there could reach 46 degrees Celsius on the island of Sardinia, while hot weather alerts are also in place across most of Spain. There have been reports of power cuts in some areas as demand surges because of air conditioning. While here's why it is so hot: a high-pressure system held in place by the jet stream, a rapidly moving flow of air high in the atmosphere, is funneling heat up from the deserts of North Africa and across southern Europe. Live now to our climate editor Justin Rollout, who is in Alicante in southern SP.
And we've also been hearing this morning that Russia has shelled the port city of Odessa, so let us discuss this further and the implications of Russia pulling out of the exporting deal. Hanna Celeste is Security Studies Program Director at PRISM, which is a Ukrainian think tank. And Hanna, you're in Odessa right now, so just talk us through that shelling that's been reported. Yes, definitely. This night we woke up from the initially Shahid. There were several waves of them, around 30, and then around 4 o'clock in the morning we had 6 caliber missiles that been charging the port. And for understanding of those who have never been in Odessa, the port is just in the downtown of the city, so we woke up from the very heavy explosions as a result, luckily all of them being intercepted by the
McDonald's. Does 100 have a problem with sexual harassment? They grow stomachs, waists, bum, thighs as well. Say hips. Why should we have to go to work in fear? Shelby started working at a McDonald's in Berkshire last year. She was 16. She says the workplace felt toxic. One senior manager was openly racist and mocked disabled employees. Other managers were sleeping with more junior members of staff. When I'd go through the kitchen, I'd have my arms up and I'd make myself as small as possible just so that hopefully they wouldn't come into my space. Something would happen every shift. I'd be like grabs, having my bum grabbed or hips grabbed. She says managers warned her to stay away from certain older men, including one man in his 50s. I was just speaking to one of my friends, and he just one of Ukraine's most senior military commanders has admitted its offensive is not going as fast as he'd like. General Alexander Syrskyi, who is in charge of military operations in eastern Ukraine, quick results were proving to be practically impossible. That's because of well-prepared Russian defenses, but the general said he hopes Ukraine will be able to recapture the city of Bakhmut, which Russian forces seized control of earlier this year. Our defense correspondent Jonathan Beale now reports from eastern Ukraine. Battle for Bakhmut isn't over. The city is now held by the Russians, but we traveled with Ukrainian forces who are trying to take it back. Their advance is still slow and meeting resistance. Again, Alex tells me the situation is tense. As you see, he says the enemy's firing